Your grandfather leaves you a farm, not because he thought you needed land, but because he knew you needed to escape. That's literally how Stardew Valley begins. Your character collapses at their desk, exhausted, burnt out, running on empty inside a corporation that never once asked how they were doing, and somehow a farming game nobody asked for became one of the most quietly profound games ever made. Because buried inside the crops, the seasons, and the simple country life are 3 lessons that most people spend years trying to learn the hard way. I've put in a lot of hours into this game, and the more I played, the more I realized it wasn't really about farming at all. It was about time, about action, about what you do when you finally have something worth building. Here's what Stardew Valley taught me. Lesson 1. Time is the great equalizer. In Stardew Valley, every single day starts at 6 a.m. and ends at 2 a.m. No exceptions. No negotiation. The clock treats every player exactly the same, whether you're a first-time farmer or someone with 500 hours in the game. What you do with those hours is entirely up to you. Some players spend it mining, some fishing, some building relationships with the townspeople, some waste half the day running back and forth without a plan, but the clock never stops. Miss 2 a.m. and you collapse from exhaustion, losing whatever you were carrying. The game doesn't punish you for being slow. It punishes you for being unaware of time. Now think about your real day. You start work at 9, finish at 6, that's 9 hours. On paper, that sounds like plenty, but how much of that time is genuinely yours? A meeting that could have been an email. 30 minutes of scrolling before you actually start. Lunch that stretches longer than planned. A conversation that goes nowhere. Before you know it, it's 5 p.m., and the thing you actually needed to do is still untouched. We don't lose time all at once, we lose it in small, unnoticed pieces. Stardew Valley makes time visible. You can literally watch the clock move on screen. Every action costs time. Chopping wood, watering crops, walking across the map. That visibility forces you to make conscious choices. In real life, time is invisible until it's gone. This is why high performers obsess over time blocking, morning routines, and single tasking. Not because they have more hours than anyone else, but because they treat their time the way Stardew forces you to, as a finite, precious resource that runs out whether you use it well or not. The question the game quietly asks is this: if your day had a visible countdown clock, would you spend it the same way you do now? Same hours, same start. No excuses, just what you choose to do with it. Stardew Valley doesn't give you more time than anyone else. It just makes you feel the weight of every hour you waste. And that's the uncomfortable truth most productivity advice skips over. It's not about finding more time. It's about finally respecting the time you already have. Because here's what I noticed after dozens of in-game seasons. The players who thrive aren't the ones who work the hardest. They're the ones who stop pretending that tomorrow has more hours than today. Your grandfather didn't leave you a farm to make you a farmer. He left you a farm to show you what it feels like to own your time again. That's lesson 1. But Stardew Valley has more to say. And honestly, the next 2 lessons hit harder. Lesson 2 is about starting. Most people wait until they feel ready. The right moment, the right tools, the right conditions. Stardew Valley puts you in a field full of rocks and stumps with a broken hoe and says, begin. And what happens next changes everything. Lesson 3 is about restraint. Because the moment your farm starts producing, every instinct tells you to celebrate, to reward yourself, to finally enjoy it. Stardew Valley quietly teaches you why that instinct, left unchecked, is exactly what keeps most people stuck at the starting line forever. If either of those sounds like something you need to hear right now, like, comment, and subscribe. Lessons 2 and 3 are coming, and trust me, you'll want to see where this goes.